How love transforms us. Personal growth through relationships. Love has a profound ability to transform us, touching every aspect of our lives and encouraging us to grow in ways we might not expect. Relationships provide opportunities to learn about ourselves and develop qualities like patience, empathy, resilience, and self-awareness. Whether romantic, familial, or platonic, love acts as a powerful catalyst for personal growth, challenging us to become better versions of ourselves. At its best, love pushes us beyond our comfort zones, teaching us valuable life lessons and shaping our character in ways that last long after the relationship. 1. Discovering self-awareness and self-acceptance. One of the most transformative aspects of being in a relationship is the way it fosters self-awareness. When we're deeply connected to someone, we become more attuned to our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Being close to another person often holds up a mirror to parts of ourselves that we may not have examined, revealing both our strengths and areas for improvement. For instance, we might become aware of habits or reactions we hadn't previously noticed, like defensiveness or a tendency to avoid conflict. Healthy relationships encourage us to acknowledge and work through these traits, pushing us toward greater self-acceptance. Through love, we learn to embrace our imperfections, knowing we are valued despite them. This journey to self-acceptance isn't always easy, but it's deeply rewarding. Being loved as we are helps us cultivate compassion for ourselves, which in turn boosts self-confidence and allows us to pursue growth with openness and curiosity. 2. Developing empathy and understanding. Relationships teach us empathy, which is essential for personal growth and social connection. When we love someone, we invest in their happiness and well-being. This deep care compels us to see the world through their eyes, helping us understand their experiences, emotions, and perspectives. As we learn to empathize, we expand our ability to relate to others, which improves our interactions beyond just our closest relationships. Developing empathy and love often involves listening actively, showing compassion during difficult times, and respecting differences. We may learn to accept that people, including ourselves, are works in progress, each with unique struggles and stories. This understanding makes us more patient and kinder in our daily lives, as we start recognizing that everyone has their own challenges. Cultivating empathy enriches us, deepening our connections and making us more thoughtful individuals. 3. Learning resilience and emotional strength. Loving someone also requires emotional resilience. Relationships inevitably come with challenges, disagreements, misunderstandings, or moments of disappointment. Working through these difficulties teaches us to handle our emotions constructively and find healthy ways to cope. We learn to confront issues directly instead of avoiding them, building resilience along the way. Emotional resilience isn't just about dealing with hardships, but also about adapting to change. Relationships evolve, as do the people within them, and adapting to these shifts is a valuable skill. Through love, we learn that growth often requires flexibility, forgiveness, and an openness to change. These qualities strengthen us emotionally, preparing us to handle other life challenges with patience and resolve. 4. Enhancing communication skills. Effective communication is essential for any strong relationship, and learning to communicate well is a valuable skill that benefits us in all areas of life. In relationships, we learn to express our feelings, set boundaries, and listen to others with empathy. Navigating these dynamics requires us to be clear, respectful, and honest in our communication. When we work on our communication skills within a relationship, we learn the importance of honesty and vulnerability. Opening up about our needs and insecurities can be daunting, but doing so builds trust and intimacy. This practice of open communication helps us understand how to advocate for ourselves and to approach conflict with a solution-focused mindset. By learning to listen actively and express ourselves clearly, we become better communicators, not only in relationships, but also in our professional and social lives. 5. Growing in patience and selflessness. Love often asks us to be patient and put someone else's needs before our own, teaching us selflessness. When we truly care for someone, we develop a willingness to support them, even when it requires sacrifices or inconveniences on our part. This doesn't mean compromising our own well-being, but rather learning to strike a balance between giving and taking. Through acts of selflessness, we experience the joy of contributing to someone else's happiness and success. This experience often leads to a sense of fulfillment that can't be found in self-centered pursuits alone. Practicing patience and selflessness in relationships nurtures our character, showing us the beauty of loving unconditionally and allowing us to experience greater life satisfaction. 6. Embracing vulnerability and trust. Loving someone deeply involves vulnerability, as we allow another person to see our most authentic selves. This openness can be intimidating, but it's also essential for true intimacy. By sharing our hopes, fears, and insecurities, we invite our partner to do the same, creating a foundation of trust that strengthens the relationship. Learning to be vulnerable requires courage and trust in others, and it teaches us that it's okay to be imperfect. This realization extends beyond our relationships. We become more comfortable with our authentic selves and more accepting of our flaws. Embracing vulnerability allows us to connect more deeply with others and to live with a greater sense of authenticity and freedom. 7. Building a sense of shared purpose and mutual growth. In many relationships, especially long-term ones, partners find that they grow together toward shared goals or ideals. This sense of shared purpose encourages both individuals to support each other's aspirations and work together toward a fulfilling life. When two people inspire and uplift each other, they foster an environment of mutual growth. A relationship rooted in shared purpose and values can be a powerful motivator for personal development. Having a partner who encourages and believes in your potential allows you to pursue your goals with greater confidence. At the same time, supporting someone else's growth gives life a greater sense of meaning and joy, enriching both partners' lives. Love transforms us in ways that make us stronger, more compassionate, and more self-aware. Through relationships, we gain insights into ourselves, develop essential life skills, and build emotional resilience. Love pushes us to grow in patience, empathy, communication, and vulnerability. Whether a relationship lasts or not, the personal growth it fosters leaves a lasting impact, shaping who we are and how we approach the world. Love is a journey of transformation, guiding us to become better versions of ourselves and enriching our lives in profound, often unexpected ways.